All right, Shalom. For the Hebrew Israelites, we're coming back in with another live lesson before camp. But before we get started, as always, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rakakadash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the hopeful elect. So it's another day, we're one day closer to the kingdom, and just before the camera came on, we had a couple of jakes that came up, just total dross. They have no idea what's going on. And when you go into the scriptures, the Most High right now is making up his jewels. He's making us up as he's bringing us through a fire, man. And those that don't get brought through the fire are going to get burnt up as stubble. So we're just going to go straight to the dross. You can get the Isaiah 1.
Isaiah 1 and 21. How is the faithful city becoming harlot? It was full of judgment, righteousness, laws in it, but now murderers. Their silver is become dross, thy wine mixed with water.
Right, that silver has become dross. Dross is that filth, that impurity that's around the metal that has to be burnt up, man. That's the nation of Israel, 2/3 of our people. Jake in the world that's involved in Christianity, they have this bugged out idea that God loves everybody. Then you have Jake that's in the truth, so-called in the truth. They think God loves every Israelite, which is nowhere in the scriptures, man. He loves us as a people, and he sent down his only begotten son for a world, a specific cosmos, a world within a world. He doesn't love the whole world. John 17.
This is John chapter 17, verse 9. I pray for them. I pray not for the world.
Right, I pray not for the world. The Lord didn't pray for the world, man. He already knew the prophecies dealing with the scriptures. He already knew the prophecies dealing with 2/3 being cut off. And our people coming to the truth and get on this pro-black shalom family, shalom Israel. They just want all of Israel to come together, which we're going to do in the kingdom. But there has to be a great purging that happens before that. Keep going in that Isaiah.
Okay, 23. Thy princes are rebellious and companions of thieves. Everyone loveth gifts and followeth after rewards. They judge not the fatherless, neither doth the cause of the widow come unto them.
Right, they don't judge the fatherless, man. And fatherless, that's talking about the nation as a whole, because we're without the father right now. We have Yahweh Shai, we have the ministry, we have the brothers, but we're not in our right state of mind. And Jake doesn't want to return to that. Jake just want to be a nigga that know he's Israelite. I saw another video saying it's like 10 million Jakes that know they're Israel. But when you go out to the camps, you don't see 10 million Jakes trying to hear the word. You don't see 10 million Jakes on YouTube trying to get right. It's just a bunch of niggas that know, okay, we're the chosen people. That bug out that came up talking about a Jewish cemetery, like what? Come on, man. Jake bugged out.
Dreads in his head.
Yeah,
What even concerned about inquiring about the scriptures, anything. It's like, oh, here's a pamphlet for a haunted house dealing with the cemetery that just happens to be called the Cemetery of Judah. And as the elder brother just said, it's a cemetery full of Edomite Mason 1948ers.
Yeah, man. Jake bugged out, man. And that also goes back to a lot of those Jakes. They wake up to Israel and they try to learn Yiddish. They try to learn from, counterfeit Jews, man. You're supposed to learn of the mouth of the Lord, which is the prophets. You say you had it, no?
Kind. This is Hosea chapter 4. I'm going to start at verse 1. Hear the word of Yahweh, ye children of Israel. For Yahweh hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of the Most High in the land. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out, and blood toucheth blood.
Right. That's the nation of Israel, man. There's no truth or mercy in the land. Jake has mercy for the heathen. Jake has mercy for the so-called white man. Everything he's done to our people, Jake wants to give him a clean slate, wants to give him a pass. And when it comes to your brother, Jake just got to go, man. Jake, grandma's house got to get shot up. Jake, you step on your shoes. There's no mercy or truth in the land. The truth is that we're the Israelites. We're the chosen people, and these heathen are going into slavery. That's the truth. It's not something we made up. We didn't remix the doctrine. That's all throughout the scriptures. But our people don't want to be a holy people. They just want to be niggas with fringes, man. It's disgusting. It's an abomination.
You mind if I read verse 6? Just jump to verse 6 real quick. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. That thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children.
That's right, man. We're supposed to be a nation of kings and priests. The Lord said, thou shalt be no priest to me, because you reject knowledge. You can't be a priest without knowledge, man. The whole purpose of a priest, which is Canaan in Hebrew, You're supposed to discern between good and evil. You're supposed to put a difference between the holy and the profane. And our people don't want to do that. They want to mix everything together, take the truth and mix it with black culture, take the truth and mix it with the black conscious community, and just have a nigger rig version of the truth, man. The Lord's not dealing with that. He's dealing with a pure sacrifice.
Jake known for a remix. Yeah. Jake make remixing songs. Jake make remixing the doctrines. Jake even remix food, man. Jake mix anything that he keep nothing to its pure the way that it actually is, man. And that's why they don't know truth, man. Because truth is pure. The word is pure, right? So once you start mixing the word, you defile it, man.
Yeah, if you take anything pure and mix it with anything,
it's defiled, man. It's weakened.
Yeah.
All right. This Proverbs 25:4. It says, "Take away the dross from the silver, and there shall come forth a vessel for the finer."
Yeah. And that's what's going on, man. The Lord's taking away the dross, and that starts with His ministry. That starts with us being holy amongst each other, congregating amongst like-minded men, having a nigger-free camp, a nigger-free gospel, and just moving in the spirit, man. Jake bucking up. Jake got a problem. Hey, there's the door. We're not putting a gun in nobody's head. We're not keeping nobody around here. You want to be a nigger? There's plenty of corners for you to go be a nigger on, man. This is a holy convocation, and it's dross free. We being refined right now.
If you want to be a fool, your eye, as it says in Proverbs, your eyes can stay in the earth, continually following after these different things out here. And there's many ways to die. There's only one way of life, and if you want it, you got to get in line when you come up here.
That's a beautiful point. There's multiple ways to go off. There's only one straight way. There's only one narrow path. That's what I was saying. Once you take a truth and you remix it, you try to put a bad boy remix to the truth, it's now a lie. Okay, the root word of purify is purge. All right, when you purge something, that means you're taking out all the impurities. So if you have a truth that's 100% true, and then you just add a little bit of a lie, that's like having a glass of water and you take a little bit of shit. It's like, well, it's just a little bit. No, it's ruined. You don't want to drink water with just a little bit of feces. Like, no, man, you got to throw out the whole glass. That's how the truth is, man. A little leaven at the whole lump.
Yeah, the Lord likened us into metals. Once a metal, the only way a metal can shine or be a vessel for use is if it be, the only way a metal is good if it can shine. All right, if it's not shineable or it can't, push forward the vibration of which it cometh, it's no good, man. All right, that's why the Lord purifies all the metals, man. That's why He likened us into metals, different metals, because we're purified. The whole process of the metal is to be purified. Once the impurities can't come out, it's no longer usable. All right, it's disposable, and the Lord just disposed of the metals, man. That's why He likened us in metaphors and parables into metals, man. Right?
This is Malachi chapter 3. I'm going to start at verse 16. Then they that feared Yahweh spake often one to another, and Yahweh hearkened and heard it. And a book of remembrance was written before Him for them that feared Yahweh.
Right, a book of remembrance was written to those that fear the Lord, which the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. You can't say you're a wise person, but you don't fear the Lord. And if you fear the Lord, you're going to fear His men. You're going to fear His ministry that's set up to reprove you.
And that thought upon His name.
His name. All right? Yahushai. Okay? Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. You can't just call Him whatever. Not a higher, not Christ. All these other, again, just this dross. Israel is full of dross right now, man. All of these false doctrines is dross. It's going to say.
Verse 17. And they shall be mine, saith Yahweh of hosts, in that day when I make up my jewels, and I will spare them as a man spareth his own son that serveth him.
In the day when I make up my jewels, man. The Lord, He likens us on His horn. So if you deal with like a necklace, you got bracelets, jewelry, that's how the Lord likens us, man. We're the jewelry of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And He's making up His jewels right now. What do you do when you make up jewels? You make them shine, like the brother said. You don't walk out the house with a gold chain that's covered in smudges and dirt. No, man, it looks like, what is the point? You're not shining.
And when it's purified, when gold or silver is purified to its perfect extent, you can see your reflection in it. And we want the Most High, we want His reflection to be seen in our gold and silver.
That's a beautiful point. We're Zion, man. The Most High is supposed to look at us and see himself. We're supposed to be in the image of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. It tells you in Sirach that we're made after the image of his own eternity. But Jake's not in an eternal state right now. Jake is super carnal. Jake has mortal moments. Jake is in the flesh, sinful flesh. We have to be changed, Doctor. That's what should be on your mind right now, being changed. And it starts with this ministry. It starts with this word, being changed in the inward man, and then eventually the Lord is going to change us physically. But right now, that process comes with a purification, which the brother's going to read.
Ezekiel 22. And the Lord all about discontinuing what don't matter.
Right.
And what happened and what matters from there, it shall last forever, man.
Yeah.
That's the process, man, with the Lord. He all about cutting short what don't matter and all about forwarding what do, man.
Yeah. That's beautiful, because if you're eternal, your mind is on 1,000 years from now, 1,000,000 years from now.
Yeah.
What used to you have for an Edomite? What used to you have for a nigger? What used to you have for something that's not going to exist in 1,000 years? These are things that we struggle with right now. The Most High exists outside of time. He's about cutting all that off, man.
Yeah, continuing city can't happen. At least the city that can't continue be cut off. That's it, man. That's plain. This is Ezekiel 22. And here start at verse 18. 19. Start at 18. It says, son of man, the house of Israel is to me become dross. All day are brass and tin and iron and lead in the midst of the furnace. They are even the dross of silver.
Our people have become dross, man. As the brother read in Malachi, the Most High is making up his Jews. And 2/3 of our people are dross. They don't count. They know they're Israel, but they don't want to repent. They just want to continue being niggers in Babylon, man. They have no hope, no faith in anything eternal, anything immortal. So they're counted as dross.
A literal brute beast.
Yeah.
And what does an animal only concern itself with? Eating, shitting, and not even reproducing at this point, just fucking, having sex without any purpose.
Yeah, a beast, man. It's a nation of animals, man. Following these Edomites. That's the way they operate. The Edomite is only concerned with his flesh. He's only concerned with what he can see right in front of him, what he can measure, what he can quantify in a laboratory. He has no faith. He has nothing spiritual about him. And our people love that. They're following behind the most carnal man to ever exist. And it puts them in that beast-like state, which is why they're dross.
It says, therefore, thus saith Yahweh thy power, because ye are all become dross. Behold, therefore I will gather you into the midst of Jerusalem, as they gather silver and brass and iron and lead and tin into the midst of the furnace, to blow the fire upon it, to melt it. So will I gather you in my anger and in my fury, and I will leave you there and melt you.
I will leave you there and melt you. All right. If you know anything about the Bible, you know Babylon the Great is going to be destroyed with fire. Okay, there's a great fire that's going to rain from the heavens. The Most High said he's going to leave you here and melt you. Anybody that's left on the shores of Babylon the Great when those missiles hit, you're going to be melted. That day is going to burn like an oven. You're not going to be burned in a sense of purifying gold, purifying silver. You're going to be burnt up as dross. You're going to be completely eradicated, and the elect is going to be delivered out of that destruction.
Yeah, I got it. This is Zechariah 13. We'll just get to the point on 8. And it should come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord Yahweh, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord Yahweh is my power.
There you go. Prophecy dealing with the 2/3, man. 2/3 of our people are going to be cut off, and the elect is going to be brought through the fire and purified. There's no way to get around that, man. There's a purification process going on right now. Right now, our spirits are being purified by this word, and very soon, physically, we're going to be delivered and brought through the fire. Literally, man. Jake read the Bible and try to make everything spiritual. This is a spiritual book. You can find spiritual meaning out of certain things, but there are actual literal prophecies dealing with the destruction of Babylon by fire. That's a literal fire, Jake. That day is going to burn like an oven. You don't want to be here when the missiles go off. You got us, Michael?
Yeah, they're just backing up Jake being a brute beast, and then following Esau, because Esau, he's a carnal man. He's all about feeding his belly, man. But it's John 8:44. You are your father the devil, and the lust of your mother you would do. he was a murderer from the beginning and a bold out in the truth. You know, and today our people, just like Esau, they fucking murderers, man. You know, they going right after their own people, their own nation. You know, they murdering every time you look around. Another Jake on Jake and violence. You know, Esau like to say black on black, but we're gonna see Jake on Jake. You know, and our people on board in the truth. You know, like the nigga last week talking about, you know, some real nigga shit. But this ain't a real nigga doctrine, or this ain't the real nigga truth, man. This is the truth, man. You know, so this can be hard for a real nigga to get, man. You know?
Yeah. Say that again, man.
This gonna be hard for a real nigga to get.
Yeah, Carl, you got much special about the dog too.
You know?
A real nigga is a coon. What is a real nigga? Killing your own brother, but when Mr. Bobo comes around, it's all yes sir. Starting to speak that good English.
King's English. Oh yeah. Making up words they don't even understand. You know.
TI niggas, man.
Yeah, right.
This ain't for a real nigga. All right? It's for
Holy men.
a holy, what Jay would say, nigga, this for a holy vessel. A vessel unto righteousness, man.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the Lord can't utilize you, man. All right? If you don't fall in a vessel of righteousness, you fall in a vessel of wrath. You get in the wrath of the Lord.
Yeah.
Now, we know it's a particular vessel of wrath, which is Eve. But like you say, who's the father of your devil? They fall to the devil. They fall in the line, which means what? The Lord have appointed them to wrath. But unto us, he appointed us to salvation. Got to be
Righteousness.
That's it.
It's one or the other, man. There's no in between. And that's another thing Jake got to get through their head, man. There's only one truth. There's no such thing as gray area. You're either righteous or you wicked. There's no in between. This is my truth.
Yeah.
This is my opinion. I got to walk my truth. You bugged out, man. There's a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof is a ways of death.
Hey,
That's it.
Like I say, I remember a couple of years ago I saw a comment on a brother's video from some bug out that literally said this: "Oh, I've learned everything I could from GMS. I know I'm an Israelite and I'm gonna go my own way. Going your own way to bugness." You can clearly see at this point that the doctrine of our apostle elders, really the doctrine of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua is in the house of GMS.
Clearly. We're right about everything, man, through the Spirit. It wasn't of our own volition. It's the Spirit of the Lord. Everything the apostles been teaching for decades is headline news right now. And it's clear. It's clear Jacob's trouble is real. It's about to happen. All right. IUIC. Jacob's trouble is real. All right. It's the MOTB. All right. Is the chip, man.
We hold the Passover correctly, everything.
Yeah. All right. Dealing with the women correctly, not having them in the midst of the congregation, committing adultery, drinking that simp spirit. All of these other camps are off. They've been off. And we've been telling you. We've been rebuking you. But which is part of that refinement process. Jake look at rebuke as hate. When the scriptures say the exact opposite. Thou shalt not abhor your brother and hate him, man. And when you don't tell your brother he's doing wrong, you hate him in your heart.
What is love? Keeping the commandments. And commandments is keeping your brother in order, showing him where he's going off.
Yeah. That Cain spirit is what? Am I my brother's keeper? I don't know where that nigga is.
Yeah. What Cain do? Kill his brother. Like a lot of you niggas do out here. Physically and spiritually kill your brothers.
Yeah, spiritually it's even worse, man. You have that outward appearance of righteousness, that outward appearance of I've got all my fringes, I got a beard, I look righteous, but deep inside you're meditating on committing adultery with a
Calling a
brother's
man
wife.
pockets.
Yeah, calling a man pockets.
Oh, brother, that woman's not good for you. I think one of our lieutenants, she would be better off with him.
Madness, man. You Jakes deserve it. You Jakes deserve all of these false teachers, man. Because you don't want to get right. You actually, when you hear an austere man, when you hear the truth, you get butthurt, man. You cringe. You're like, oh my God, why are they talking to women like that?
Because you're a woman.
Yeah.
You got the spirit of this world.
Yeah, Jake couldn't survive in the ancient world, man.
Oh,
Prophets beat niggas up, put niggas to death. Jake ain't ready for that, man.
Just the law in general. Jake messing up on the law. Oh, stone him.
Yeah.
Bring him to the gates of the stone him.
Yeah. Picture these niggas in these other camps, these niggas in Christianity. If you just walked outside, you saw a stoning, them niggas would bug out, man. Like, oh my God, yeah. You know. But Jake is an actor, man. Jake, you see the camera come on, it's like, yes, Kwame Yashirawa, shooter. Like, come on, man. You're not about nothing, man. You're not ready to put these heathen in slavery, man.
Jake got fur on his garments like he's a Viking raider.
Yeah, man. Jake got a $300 garment, but don't know the scriptures. Bugness, man.
Yeah, kind of 2 hours. Yeah, Jake then became a. Jake ain't even a. Jake just a Jew in the wreck, because the Jews of the Lord done been pulled out the dirt, man, and blemished off, man. Because why? They have committed themselves unto the law, statutes, and commandments. They no longer in the dirt. We no longer diamonds in the rough now. We out the rough, man. All right, to be seen. So the Lord is what? He shining, wiping us off while we shining, man. We shining while we do. All right, technically, because why? The word of the Lord is going forth as a light, man. This is the light of the Lord, man. All right, this is I got 2 hours. This Lamentations 4:1. How has the gold become dim? How has the most fine gold changed? The stones of the sanctuary are poured out in the top of every street. The precious sons of Zion, comparable to fine gold, how are they esteemed as earth and pitches, the work of the hands of the potter?
Yeah, man. And that all starts with sin. That starts with the transgression of the laws, man. The laws are what make us holy. All right, our spirits were made holy. All right, when you go back to Proverbs, it tells you that the just, man is made upright. We sought out many inventions. So our spirit is upright. But when you commit sin after sin after sin after sin, that's iniquity, and you just become dross, man. We're supposed to be a light unto the nations. They're supposed to look to our people and see order, structure, and holiness. But they look to our people now, it's like, man.
Yeah. Technically, like the law is not for a righteous man, because spiritually we're righteous. So technically the law just really for your flesh. Yeah. Your spirit, right? Yeah. All right, so now when the Lord give you the law, this is how you control your spirit, man. Think about it. Your spirit, this is how you control your flesh. Your spirit already right. Nobody's spirit is off, all right? Even Eve, though, yeah, he got an off spirit and accustomed to doing evil. His spirit is right.
He was created to do that.
His spirit is doing what it's supposed to do. It's just his outward appearance, Jake, tangled and twisted up with. Nah, that's what he don't have the law. So he can't control his flesh, man. That's why he everywhere. So the Lord, like, I'm gonna give y'all laws to control yourself outwardly, man.
And follow not the way that he
did. Yeah. But this 1 Corinthians 2:12, it says, now if any man build upon this foundation gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, or stubble, every man's work shall be made manifest. For the day shall declare, because it shall be revealed by fire. And the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is.
The fire shall try every man's work. And that the fire goes into adversity, all right? And also it's going to be physical. It's going to be the missiles. The fire is going to reveal who's of the elect and who's not. If you hear when the missiles land, guess what? It was a 2/3. You might have had all the fringes. You might have had all the breakdowns. You might have watched every video. But if you hear when the missiles land, guess what? You weren't fit to make it, man. You weren't fit for the kingdom.
Yeah, it says, what's said in Sirach, that the potter's vessel proveth the furnace. The potter's vessel proveth the furnace, meaning what the adversity which you're being tried in, the Lord gonna see if you ready to shine. Because whatever man up here won't do in the kingdom of heaven, what we always talk about, we won't shine. All right? But when you shine, you gotta glow. It ain't one glow. When some shine, it's a variety, a multitude of things. You don't want to shine in one way, all right? Because you're gonna be dim in the rest of the ways, man. All right, we want to shine on every level, man. Respect for the Most High, having women, having dominion, having this. That's why the kingdom of heaven, it ain't one thing, man. All right, it's a multitude. That's why light shine everywhere. All right, when the sun coming forth, do it not shine everywhere? If it shines in certain places, it's useless as being light, man. It's useless. That's why the Lord have it shine everywhere.
Yeah, because basically, man, when you go into the kingdom, there's so many aspects to it. That's why you could do a lesson just strictly on dominion, do a lesson strictly on the women, do a lesson strictly on slavery. And go all day, man. This is just endless. And the kingdom is going to be, we're likened unto lively stones. There's going to be, all of our houses, our palaces. It's going to be precious jewels, precious metals. Different. Our streets are going to be paved with gold.
When the sun hits it, when it comes up in the morning, the kingdom is literally going to shine. And hey, it says, as it says in Daniel chapter 12, they're gonna glow as the firmament. So the elect are gonna have a glow on them. Everything is just gonna shine.
Yeah. Scriptures tell you wisdom maketh the man face to shine, man. We'll have 100% wisdom in the truth in the kingdom, which we have, 100% right now. We have the doctrine to make it to the kingdom. So your face should be different, man. Your face should shine, spiritually. You shouldn't have the countenance of a nigga when you're in the truth. You come into camp, your lips look like you never drank water a day in your life. You got a nigga countenance on you, but you're talking about your Yahushua. Yahushua wasn't a real nigga, man. That's off.
He wasn't an OG. He wasn't any of that.
Yeah, he was the big homie. Come on, man.
He was the son of Yahweh.
Yeah, that's serious business, Jake. You're thinking about putting your hand to the plow. You got to become a new creature. You got to be born again. You can't take who you were in the world and mix it with the truth. That's not going to work.
All right, so Rock 32 and 5. A concert of music and a banquet of wine is a signet of carbuncle set in gold. As a signet, what? Let me read that again. Oh, Jay called this.
Set in gold.
What? And what's the music? He ain't talking about something you plan. Like you gotta,
It's the new
you
song.
got it out here. A concert of music and a banquet of wine is as a signet of carbuncle set in gold, as a signet of an emerald set in a work of gold, so is the melody of music with pleasant wine.
Yeah, that's beautiful, man.
What?
You got a jewel in the gold, man. And a signet is something that a king has to basically to authorize something. This is the name of a king, and that's every Israelite man. You're gonna be a king, and it's the kingdom.
It's the shine.
Yeah, it's the shine, man. So it says a jewel set in gold, man. Jewels on top of jewels. That's what the kingdom is gonna be. We're not gonna be dross in the kingdom. There's not gonna be wicked Israelites. It tells you in Isaiah 60 that thy people shall all be righteous. Every Israelite is gonna shine in the kingdom. Even these bugged out 2/3 niggas, they're gonna be in their right mind. Jake bugged out on lean. Jake high as hell. Jake just no idea what's going on. Those Jakes in the kingdom, they're gonna be righteous. They're gonna have the commandments in them. Their family's gonna be in order. The nigga woman's gonna be in order. She's gonna be a princess again. Her feet aren't gonna touch the ground. And it takes faith to believe that. It takes faith to look at our people in the condition that they're in now and envision a world where they're gonna be perfect. That's why this is only for men of faith.
And that's the signet we long for. In the kingdom of heaven, there's a signet of righteousness, man, that we have to get. Meaning what? It's a surety, man. All right, like you say, when the king put forth that signet, that's it. It's locked in barrel, man. It's locked in stone.
I want to say this too. Just as Joseph was Yahushua's father, he was a carpenter. Yahushua took on that profession, and from that profession, guess what? We took on as the heirs of his kingdom. We took on that same profession as being builders. We're building right now the kingdom of heaven first spiritually.
Right.
Then we're gonna sit back and all of the mind, how our mind works, and the different creations that we want, and the look of the kingdom is gonna be played out. So while we sit down on our backs in the heathens, and the heathens actually manifested for us, man.
Yeah. Manual labor.
Yeah, we're gonna get manual, continuous labor. That's why we went to it was about a week or two ago. Yeah. All this free labor that we got coming to us, man. So that's why our kingdom gonna be vast, riches. Each and every one of us is gonna be trillionaires, billionaires, man. They tell you that the scriptures tell you that just the average everyday Israelite is gonna be on a higher level, man. You know? Give me that real quick about the vision.
Got it.
This is now bring this out too, because just like Yahushua, it tell you in the scripture that Yahushua said, "I go to build you a place." He showed you even right there. He had vision. In order to be anything with your hands, you're a car builder. You build a car from scratch. You put the width of the tires, the paint color, the engine. This is carpentry. You start with a vision. You see the vision before you see the building done before it's even done. We bring it out time and time again. Just as we are part of that same profession as Yahushua is, that carpenter, man. We see the vision, building the kingdom. Go ahead.
Proverbs.
Hold on. That shit gonna mess up everything.
This is Proverbs 29, verse 18. Where there is no vision, the people perish.
There is no vision, people perish. You think the kingdom of heaven is going to be about a bunch of perished people? No, man. Go ahead.
But he that keepeth the law, happy is he.
Yeah, we're gonna keep the laws, statutes, commandments to the tip-top point, man. And the kingdom of heaven is gonna be beautiful. That's what we got coming to us, brothers. We got the kingdom of heaven coming to us, man. Just as the sons and the mother of Maccabees, the 7th chapter, told them damn devils, man. Unto us, it's the redemption of spirit, man, or redemption of us coming back in our rightful place. We're finna sit in the thrones, the rightful thrones of the planet Earth. We're not gonna be no more princes walking, but we're gonna be the princes on that horse, man, in power. That's what that horse means. Horsepower, man. The power, having the power. We're gonna be the real illuminated ones, man. With that baton, all right. Of what it is? No, when it was given to Luther, too much of
Morning star.
yeah, no, don't worry about it. We're gonna get the power though, man. Go ahead, you got it.
You're going to have a righteous scepter, man. We're going to be able to enforce our will on the heathen. They're going to be the dross in the kingdom. All right, they're not even going to reach the state of gold. They're just going to be animals. That's what they are. And the brother said earlier,
They got a point. You made a point. Made me think about a point. There's a scene with what the Looney Tunes is. Bugs Bunny had to eat him on his knees.
Yeah.
Wow, get up, old my old maid. Wow, get up. He just called him different shit.
Yeah.
Every time, that Edomite would wore out, boy.
He was saying, thank you, my like.
Yeah, that's what we gonna be, man.
Y'all are going to thank us for the beatings, man. Y'all are going to get beaten. Y'all are going to thank us for it.
We gonna love it.
Thank you, sir, man. Please have another.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, in the kingdom of heaven, they gonna have absolutely nothing and they gonna love it. What they say over here, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the same saying they saying over there. Recompense to them double. Hey, they gonna have absolutely nothing and they gonna love it. How the saying go over here?
Yeah, we gonna wanna just like David Rockefeller
You
said.
own nothing and be happy.
David Rockefeller even said it. We gonna do the same thing they are. We don't want a nation of thinkers. We want a nation of workers. Man. We gonna work your ass.
What opinion can a heathen give us when we're in the kingdom? What opinion can you give me that's better than what I already know?
Yeah.
Just work. I tell you what to do. Work.
And we just like they do to the masses, the people that think for them, they tell them what food to eat, what water to drink, when and where to go to sleep, and all that shit. We're gonna do the same thing. But what I was gonna be, hey man, the Lord said we're gonna put you heathens in holes. We're gonna have big pits in the ground, holes. You gonna live there, man. You gonna live it.
You're going to pay to live in paradise, man. Because the earth is going to be righteous. The earth is going to be in its full glory. The trees.
That's right.
Pay for it.
Yeah, you have to pay to live on earth, man. You paying to live here, and it's hell. So, in a righteous kingdom, of course, you're going to have to pay to live there, man. You have to work. Ain't nothing free. Nothing free. So,
No free lunch, as they say.
No free lunch, man.
We pay to live.
Yeah.
We die still on.
Yeah.
So they gonna have to pay in the kingdom of heaven, and they gonna die because they didn't finish paying. And after they don't pay, their children gotta pay. All right?
And then they come back through their children paying
Their children gonna keep paying.
I told you,
We gotta pay to die.
when I was out there in Houston, man, they was trying to charge a surplus charge to charge you for the air, man. They wanted to pass a bill to charge you for the air you breathe. And that shit is out there straight polluted, man. You go to the end of the city and ride on the highway, you see all the pollution. It's like California, LA. The pollution just smog that sits in the fucking air, man. But they want you to pay for that. Like, ain't nobody supposed to be paying for water, man. They had lights. They had lights in the ancient time. People think lights just came about. Like everybody just
Thomas
living
Edison
in a
discovered
That nigga ain't discovered shit, man.
First of all, Jake came up with the film inside the light bulb, man.
Yeah.
This man steals everything. But like the elder said, they had lights in the ancient world. They had, when you look at all of the architecture of the ancient world, it was clearly created by just technology that doesn't exist right now, man. You got Stonehenge, you got all these great pyramids that Esau can't reproduce.
Those Neolithic stones that are like precision,
Carved perfectly.
Yeah, then they got me and the brother Kazaki from Baton Rouge went over this a long time. They got from even before Egypt, they got statues of Jake, but the plane with the propellers in the front, helicopters and shit.
Tablets with the little plug-in hole at the side.
Moses was the first one with a tablet, man. Not no fucking Steve Jobs, man. Moses had the tablets before the tablet was a tablet, man. What are you talking about, man? Come on, man.
Yeah, real technology in the ancient world. But Esau wants to convince you that people used to die at 19 years old, and we eventually grew to. Man, listen, man, we're getting worse and worse, man. They're ready for the kingdom, man. Everybody's ready for the kingdom except the dross of the nation of Israel.
That's right.
All right, the animals, the trees, the heathen, the Edomite woman, they're all waiting for Jake to come back in power, man. The whole creation wanted for the manifestation of the sons of Yasharallah. But the dross, they want to stay here, voting and marching, begging.
Being black.
Please give us reparations, boss.
You got niggas getting ready for the NFL draft when the season start again, man. That's when you in a comatose mind frame, man. You just in a slave mentality.
I'm looking forward to a slave auction, man.
Essence Fest coming up.
Yeah, Essence Fest.
Yeah, all that. Yeah, Jazz Fest bullshit.
These are all dross festivals, man.
What
We're celebrating drossness.
What does Jazz Fest celebrate? A bunch of Jakes performing for Edomites paying money. That kind of sounds like something in the past.
You know something too? And you Jake, you get fucked. Because all the so-called white businesses that's around this area that we deal with, they closed down for Essence Fest. They don't even want to feed you niggas, man. They don't even want you to even go up in their place of business. They already said you niggas don't tip. You're loud. You're arrogant. You come in there and start shit. Unruly. So they close their business, man. Let you niggas have your little 3 days with all your shaved head and you got the dreads wrapped around at the top and shit. Look, all that old Pan-African shit. My Nubian queen.
They don't want the black dollar.
Right. Yeah, the black dollar is dead, man. It is what it is. It's black.
Heathen, man. This is who's ruling.
No life. No life in them guys.
Three sodomites.
Like they need to be enslaved. Like,
what can they offer us, man? Other than hardcore labor, man.
Ain't got no spirit. Ain't nobody following them to be. Ain't nobody dressing like that. Ain't nobody running around here wanting to smell like fucking potatoes and onions, man.
and curry.
Yeah, and curry. And hookah all fucking day. Nobody give a fuck about no Edomite. They want, even our laws, they want to be Jakes, man.
Yeah.
Everybody want to wear the cap to the side. They want to sag. What's Sam, son?
They want the sauce.
They want the sauce.
They want to shine, man. We shine in our Lord. You gotta get the.
Hey, when we get on top, man, we gonna be the drip. We ain't gonna be no drip for sale, man. We gonna show you how to rule. You watch that little England bitch over there, that old bitch. You watch her and her sons and her sons and them. Queen Elizabeth. They don't look like shit, man. That other motherfucker that just died, her husband, he was green as a bitch in the back seat, sitting there getting drove around, man. That nigga like he was dead, half dead, man. When we get on top, you think Floyd Mayweather look like something? We gonna make him look like a welfare case, man.
Shit, Prince Harry, I think his name. That's what Meghan Markle. She's making the Prince of England a simp for her.
He a simp. Yeah. That dude he didn't gave up his
kingdom.
His whole inheritance behind a goddamn black woman or whatever the hell she is.
Whatever she is. Yeah, man, that's not gonna happen. We were talking about this the other day. Like, simping is not gonna exist in the kingdom. That all dies on this side, man. That's why you gotta get your mind in a ruling class mentality right now, man. Jake not gonna be sweating one woman in the kingdom. That's my queen. That's my man. Come on, man. Grow up, Jake.
Y'all women gonna learn to get the fuck along too, man.
Yeah, man. You gotta share.
One house. It's not gonna even be. It's not gonna. I ain't gonna say nothing about that. Y'all just gonna. It's gonna go smooth, man.
Yeah.
Right?
You're not gonna
go smooth, man. Y'all helping each other and helping the house is gonna flow a lot better. And the Lord made it that way.
Hey, and you'll have some concubine wives that help you too.
Yeah, because our foremothers, they had slaves, man. They had slaves that did shit for them.
Like the apostles say all the time, Jake out here thinking he's got Sarah, Rebecca, but is your woman gonna go get you another woman that you like to bring forth seed through her?
Yeah, that's powerful in itself. You took the words of my mouth. That's order when your woman can't have kids and she wants her handmaid to have kids just to keep your line going, man. And that's what it's about. It's about that line, man. People, man, this brother was just talking about something. We was talking about that movie.
with the Sopranos, when he was, I told you about the movie, he was a little boy. All you kept hearing, the beginning of the movie, all you kept hearing about is how those Irishmen. Then he had a scene in there. He said, "Oh, you got some of that." He said, "This the Irish dude talking to the Italian. Oh, you got some of that nigga blood in you, huh?" He said, he said something about you got some of them Negroes in you, some of that nigga. He said, "Nah, that's the Italian." They throw it in there.
They know, yeah.
Yeah, but he was like, yeah, he was saying that he wanted his son. You know, I wanted the son to bring forth me a grandson. It was all about the man. And when they asked the mother, she was ready to have a son, right? Just as each and every one of you brothers, man, your mindset is going to want to have a son to keep your line going, to keep you coming, man.
That's the scripture referred to that as your son is the firstborn of your strength. That's why Reuben is referred to as that, man. But through the process of prophecy, a lot of times the firstborn gets skipped over. Esau got skipped over for Jacob. But in the kingdom, everything's going to be in order. Yeah, in the kingdom, everything's going to be in order.
Not you have, you have.
Yeah, everything's going to be in order. Like the other was saying, like the son is the principle, man. That's the beginning. That's the first everything, man. That's why the Lord killed the firstborn of the Egyptian sons, man. You got the Sirach?
Sirach 10 verse 31.
Got something?
Yeah. He that is honored in poverty, how much more in riches, and he that is dishonorable in riches, how much more in poverty.
Right, we're in our lowest state right now. We're the dross. Yeah, we're the drossiest we ever been. We got tin, lead, all of this, but we still shining as gold. And these heathen, they see that, man. The lowest we ever been, the lowest the black woman has ever been. These heathens still trying to be like Eve, man. Still trying to get the hoop earrings and everything, trying to talk like her. Yeah, trying to big lips.
BBL.
Yeah,
Big L.
Yeah, man.
Big knockers, the sassy attitude.
Yeah.
Because even it's been going on. Even in the time of the Egyptians women was complaining. They said, man, them Hebrew women, they're more lively than us, man.
Yeah. So how much more in the kingdom, man? If we're the salt of the earth right now, if we're influencing the nations right now, how much more when we're perfect and we have the laws in us, when we're in power, we have opulence.
And I'm talking, we just talking. But you look at them Cuban women, the women of the Latin tribes, they be shaking them fucking hips with them dresses on. Them heathen women ain't doing that, man. We watched one of these past year, half fucking nigga. I wasn't there to mess with that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But even in the our women, they're the most beautiful women there is. They're the most sexiest women there is. But on this side, they're wicked, man.
They're defiled. Nothing is right here, man. The water, the food, the minds of the people, the safety of the children, the women, everything that you would think is a normal pleasure of the earth, it's been defiled here. That's what we got to get out of here. We seek for a new kingdom, man.
What's it saying in Sirach 39? The oil, the wine, the honey. For the righteous is righteous, but for the wicked, they turn it into what you see. Everything has a righteous purpose, but when the wicked are in control, you get what we see now, a concrete hellhole.
Yeah.
That's right.
This Sirach 2 and 4. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. And, it's talking about the brothers who get this truth now, Hey, once you brought low, there's a refining process to burning the dross off of us, How's we going to become that fine gold? We got to burn all the bullshit that's on us now, And this is the process. This is where it all starts, man. Refine you, make that better man. You lost that humanity, your best ability, and charity to your brother, deprogramming you from being a nigga. The main thing, that's a main demon to beat, that nigga demon.
Jake, it's hard for Jake to deprogram off that shit.
Yeah.
That shit just, that gangster hard shit is just hardwired in a lot of you, Jake. When you seen them come and go in this thing, they come out here, that shit ain't gonna work, man. You come out here, you come amongst us. It's almost like a marriage proposal. It's like, all right, we watching you, you watching us. But you gonna have to get right though, man. The process of time, you gotta want to change. You gotta want to change, man. If you don't want to change, you ain't gonna make it. You're not gonna make it on them charts, man.
There's a refinement process, Jake. That's what this ministry is for, man. For the perfecting of the saints. Going back to Ephesians, the 4th chapter.
Nothing else? We can get out of here.
Come. So with that, we pray this lesson was edifying to the elect. We're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakahabudash.
double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the whole elect.
Shalom.